exactly 20 years between 2005 and 2025 when Arsenal last played against Real Madrid in the Champions League, and that Arsenal went ahead to cross the round of 16 in that competition. And Arsenal played a goalless draw against Real Madrid at the Emirates and went to Bernabeu to score against Real Madrid Galacticos, which comprises of Beckham, Roberto Carlos, Pepe, and Sergio Ramos. And goal was scored by Thierry Henry. Arsenal negotiated the round of 16 by beating PSV in the first leg at St. Philip's Stadium, and Arsenal came to the Emirates and they capitulated by securing a hard-fought draw because PSV came to the Emirates to redeem their image and their pride. And right away they got a draw. And you could see how the fans were applauding them after the game. And somehow, Arsenal also will be playing against their London rivals over the weekend. Talking about Chelsea. Arsenal had won Chelsea 83 times, with Chelsea securing 66 victory over Arsenal, while both sides have shared 61 draws. And don't forget the tormentor-in-chief over this year's when Arsenal were being beaten by Chelsea was Didier Drogba. And this is Arsenal fans being brought to you by Arsenal fans globally. And I have with me, as usual, Nene. What happened yesterday? Arsenal capitulated, having led, and somehow we're almost going to lose again. So what actually happened to our team?
Well, I must have lost and PSV, they did their homework, they came into the Emirates to fight and to, maintain their pride and honor. But Arsenal on the other hand, I think we are a little bit negligent, we aren't really fighting too much, we just relaxed. Yeah, I think it's okay for them to relax. I mean, it's 7 goals with a total of 9 goals to 3. So it's a good thing that we scored 7 goals early because exactly
Right.
because if not, I mean, PSV coming to our home and they really pressure us greatly. Although it was a really formidable team, like there was few lapses from the defense that led to it. I think the second goal also, but overall I think was a very
Both goals were defensive errors.
yes, both goals, yeah.
But looking at it, when we talk about that we didn't play with a formidable team, one would have expected players like Kivio, players like Sterling. I'm beginning to find myself in an island. I don't know how it was awarded man of the match.
Honestly,
I don't know. I don't know the criteria for selecting man
I
of the
really
match.
don't get it. Maybe it's because of his, he gave 2 assists, which were a banger. But other than his 2 assists, I didn't even see
The guy
Sterling
kept
playing
falling like a
like,
pack of cards.
what was he even playing? But kudos to him. At least he had a man of the match from Arsenal in the Champions League, which is a great achievement, I might say. But honestly, overall, his performance wasn't that great as expected, for somebody to have a man of the match award. But it was okay. At least it didn't really affect the team much, and we did what we have to do, played and maintain our honor.
Talking about maintaining our honor, this weekend, Arsenal will be playing against the London rivals. Enzo Maresca is a coach that has changed the fortune of Stamford Bridge. Arsenal went to Stamford Bridge and they got a goal until that last goal equalizer from Pedro Neto. Do you think that this Arsenal team, with the way we are flourishing, that we've got what it takes for us to go to the Emirates in front of our home crowd to make a victory?
All I can say is that when Arsenal is fully responsible, like when we're in our good days, we can take on any team, absolutely. And we know that our record against big clubs, we haven't lost to them for over, is it 18 or more games? I don't really remember. But we lost being responsible, like every player playing in their peak, taking responsibilities with so much character, giving their all in the pitch. We can run down any team, honestly. But in as much I don't really want the players to relax. Of course, it's a London derby, so I'm not expecting and the players to relax. And I really want the big players to step up, the like of Odegaard, like Saliba, let them step up. I haven't really seen Odegaard stepping up in a while and Saliba. So I want Odegaard to take charge of the team like the captain he is. I don't want him to relax and start holding on to the ball too much. Don't release the ball on time. Like it's really crazy and it's frustrating to watch him play like that.
Yeah, do you think that is the player's issue or the coach isn't telling him what to do? Because at a point you expect the coach to look at this match that look, the way my captain is playing or the way my team is playing, they're not playing according to my tactics. So you need to change something.
I don't think he's the coach because from interviews, recent interviews from both Odegaard and Saliba, they said it that this season they haven't played at their best. So it's not really the coach. They know, which means the coach, their teammates, they themselves are aware that they haven't been playing the way we used to. So it's just that I don't know what is wrong with them, but I think they are working on it because if somebody accepted his fault, it means that they are willing to work on it, take responsibility and improve. But I'm really happy that the likes of Declan Rice are really stepping up. Gabriel have been immense this season, and I know that they got it. They really do got it, and we are going to defeat Chelsea.
Okay, talking about defeating Chelsea, we're looking at you. Let us do a combined 11 on both sides and see how it's going to look because when it comes to this derby, there's always a thing of pride. You know, everybody want to go there and show up. It's just like Arsenal coming up against Tottenham. Even if Tottenham is dead, they want to show up. They want to put their nose across and say, look, our pride is at stake. And now we always say London is red, and the guys across the other side will say London is, they're the pride of London. So let us see what is going to happen. Judging from your own perspective, what would you look at as your combined 11 for this game?
We goalkeeper going with Raya because Sanchez can't stood up to Raya, so I'm going with Raya. And I'm going with Timber. He has been solid this season.
On the right back?
Yes, on the right back. He has been solid this season. At central back, pairing, I'm going with both Gabriel and Saliba. Yeah, even though Saliba hasn't really been at his best, but I think the connection between him and Saliba will help the game. And I don't know, can Kukurea play in both wings, like right and left?
I've not seen him play right.
Well, yes, he should play left. I'm going Kukurea as a left back, because of his experience and he has been really good for Chelsea. So I'm going
considering how you always silence our Bukayo Saka.
Absolutely, yes. It doesn't make it easy for Saka, so I'm going with Kukurea. The midfield, I'm having Partey, Declan Rice. Caicedo is a 6. Enzo is Enzo 8 or 10? 8. I'm going with Enzo to play the Declan Rice, Partey, and Enzo. I'm going with Enzo, right wing. Waneri has been good this season, but I think Palmer has a lot to give, so I'm going with Palmer. Even though he has been flopping a bit this 2025, I'm going with Palmer and
on the left side.
On the left. It's crazy. Where should I go? Alex Trossard.
You sure?
Yeah, Alex Trossard.
Okay.
And as a strike, we don't really have a striker, so I'm giving it to them. I'm going with Jackson or 7 out there.
Jackson is injured at the moment.
He's injured, wow.
John Felix is not there.
No, Felix has left Chelsea.
What do they even have up front there? I can't remember now. Nkunku.
I don't know whether it's...
Nkunku is available, but I don't think because we don't have an out-and-out striker. From what you've selected, I think you just been fair enough for a hater of Chelsea for you to now decide to choose the players you've selected. I think you've done well. I would want to put Nkunku there because he's a striker, and I think he would do a better job considering the fact that we don't have an out-and-out striker. So, guys in the comment section, as Chelsea fans, Arsenal fans, you let us know your view. If Nene is right with a selection and choice of players, and we want to look at it, you look at that match with the tactical prowess of Enzo Maresca and Mikel Arteta. Who do you really think? You've said it earlier that Arsenal is going to come, tops. So what do you think will be the scoreline?
It's going to be a very difficult game for Arsenal. We can't go an easy one on Chelsea, even though it's at the Emirates, and that's the thing at the Emirates haven't been really very good. Yeah, so um, I'm going with a 2-1 win to Arsenal.
You seen us concede a goal?
Yeah, I mean, they have the likes of Barma. He's a good player, and I think they have a very good midfield as well. So I think we are going to concede a goal, but are going to score 2 goals to nothing because there are some errors, especially from their goalkeeper Sanchez, and Raya is a good keeper, so it will be a lot.
Well, for me, this is the first time I'll be sitting on the fence because I don't even know what I expect in this game because of the way we actually played against Manchester United. And looking at the way we also performed, if somebody will say, no, that's not our first 11, but talking about if you are sitting on the bench, you are edgy, you need to give the coach some form of selection headache.
And maybe this is one of the reasons why Mikel is really being stubborn and reluctant in terms of rotating the squad, because it doesn't have players that it can count on to step up. We are crying for the youngsters to come, but I tell you, because you know Waneri and Skelly can do it, he put them there. We saw Skelly playing versatile role yesterday. He played in as a left back and later going to the midfield. I think twice so far. And if we're crying for these other youngsters, maybe they are not in the squad because Mikel thinks that they are not, formidable to play.
No, I'll disagree with you.
Honestly, that is what I think. Because those that are in the first team, they are really stepping up.
You recall how long I was screaming for Waneri to get started.
Yeah,
I was screaming. I said, please, this guy.
But honestly,
it took him a pretty long time for him to make that decision.
I know, but the way the team is struggling, if Kabia is really as solid as Waneri, with us not having a striker, I think Mikel is going to.
If you don't give these players a chance, nobody knew Skelly could be as confident as he is today.
But nobody they watched them from training.
At 18, the guy is phenomenal.
I know, yes.
So just give him the opportunity. He was giving. You remember when he was giving Waneri a chance and he said Waneri is like placing the brick. It's going to be brick after brick. If injury hadn't occurred to Saka, Waneri would never have had an opportunity of playing. Yeah. So I think one of the biggest challenges that we'll have this season, aside from the concrete, the shitty concrete, not doing what they're supposed to do as owners of the club because they're not ambitious.
This guy has something like
yeah, they are shitty. So for me, it is the indecision of Mikel Arteta. Sometimes you just need to do something.
But we you know what I've observed really? We as Arsenal fans, we like complaining.
No, it's not about complaining.
Because we literally complain about everything.
Personally, I give Mikel Arteta his flowers. But one of the biggest challenges is freezing.
We are the same one that said that Mikel is his practice doing too much practical. Is experimenting too much, and now we are going for another experiment.
No,
what do you want the guys to do?
No, it's not an experiment. Today we don't have a striker. We have young lads in the team.
But that is when you are crying for experiment.
That's what I'm saying. It's not an experiment. You don't have a striker. So when you don't have a striker, the young lad. Okay, today Amorim of United had to play Chido B. Martins. He wasn't ready, but you could see that Chido B. Martins was showing some flashes of agility that I can do this. He's not as good as the guys like Rashmond Hoodlund and the likes of that in the team. But you give him that opportunity. Okay, this is an opportunity. Let me go there and grab it. That's what happened to Waneri. This is my opportunity. When they played him as 15-year-old young lad, every pundit across.
You know the difference between Arsenal and United. The responsibility is too much. If that young lad comes in, the responsibilities on his shoulders will be too much. We expect him to make a difference right there and then. No. And the bashing from the fans and when the fans complain.
No, we will know that this is a young lad. But what we're talking about, giving opportunity. When Waneri
I'm not really against the whole opportunity thing, but in so far giving young lads opportunities, I think that Mikel has tried so much.
No, he has tried because
and I think that with the way the team is struggling, if Kabia is suitable, like if he is confident enough and really solid, I think that you have the chance to decide.
No, you see, people like Oyedeji, Butler Oyedeji, the young man, you asked him to start. I think it was against which match in the Champions League. The guy started warming up and then you asked him to go and sit. There was no striker. Play him. Just put him there. The guy is a striker. Put him into the game.
Go there and fluff your lives.
Alright.
So that when tomorrow comes, somebody will say, yes, just like, I was agitating. I said, Stanley has not been given an opportunity. For me,
but
I'm the same person that is telling you that.
Opportunities. Actually, right now, I am in Mikel's side because I really want the young lads to have opportunities.
Good.
But what if they come in and they behave like the likes of Sterling? Like you see Martinelli coming in, they can't even do changes.
I
they
like that. Sterling is causing us.
I'm really scared. What if this young lads
Sterling is costing Arsenal a whooping 75,000 plus every week. The young lad is on nothing. Maybe he's on like 10,000 pounds. Play the guy. It's not going to cost you anything. Sterling is sitting on the bench, falling like
no. I think that he can give the young lad a chance in the Premier League.
This would have been an opportunity.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like we have nothing to fight for anymore in the Premier League.
Anyway, there's nothing to fight for. Me, I wrote off our chances of winning Premier League when we did not sign a striker.
So with that.
Let's continue. That's a good one.
Absolutely.
So now let's look at now. PSV we've eliminated them, and we saw that the players that played did not have opportunity. They didn't have the balls to show up and say, look, we are knocking on your door, Mikel. I'm knocking on your door that I need to play. All of them, even this Zinchenko that scored. Anyway.
No, Zini
tried, okay. But all of them, I just felt that they were just average.
The problem was, it's not really quite average. The problem was the defense wasn't there to support the midfield. With the defense, the right wing especially, the likes of Kiri and Benoit was rusty. But I can't blame him, he's just coming back from
the That was why I was telling you that rest during Timber and allow Ben White to play. Because he's been out for a very long time, so you don't expect that competitive player. And that's the same thing that we're experiencing from Odegaard. Since he came out from injury, he has not been the same person.
Exactly.
So
that was the whole problem with the game yesterday. The defense wasn't there, of course. So there was so much pressure on the midfield because the midfield have to play to protect the defense and support the striking role as well. It was only Gabriel that was really free at his best at the defense yesterday.
Anyways, guys, you see Nene, she has brought so much energy by defending Mikel. I love Mikel, but the thing is that what I don't like about him is experiments. But sometimes
you're going for experiments.
I'm only trying to round off to talk about the things that I don't like about it.
I permit me to say this, but I think you're confused at this point.
I'm not confused at this moment.
I don't know, maybe it's because you're out of the side.
No, experiment in the sense that people like Thomas Partey playing him as a right back doesn't work. You have done it time after time. It isn't working for us. But the experiment we're talking about is now you don't have a striker. And you have a young lad on the bench that is a striker. Throw him to the fray. You're not going to lose anything. That. If you do such experiment, nobody's going to take you back. Not that you take, like against United, you almost cost us the game by pulling a Thomas Partey from the midfield. And Bruno Fernandes took control of the midfield. Because that guy, I hardly give Bruno Fernandes his flowers. Yeah, but against us, he was phenomenal. The moment they pull out, I said it in the last preview, I said,
but I think really it's not really the changes of Thomas Partey. Well, we can drag it down to that because he was the one holding the midfield at that time, but Odegaard really didn't step.
Yes, but
and Skelly was too young to take.
How can you remove the linchpin, the person that was holding something?
It was being in his emotions.
So just
Partey was really. At some point, he was all in his emotions. He was playing with too much power, and that should have.
So all you needed to do as a coach, call him to calm down. Instead of putting us in the fray, we were right at the that was why the moment they realized Thomas Partey wasn't there and our defenders were coming forward to score, the moment we lose the ball in the final third, United would just toss the ball on a counter. So we started having problems. They were just playing 6 and 7, throw the ball this way, we were confused. So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes what you are doing is good to do experiment, but do logical experiment, not the one that will cost us the game. At this point, play the young lads as a striker. So we will know that, because it is their fault that they went the entire Europe, they did not see one striker in January. So that shouldn't. Anyways,
let's agree to that.
I know, right? So that's how it's been on this edition of Fansbeat. I don't know. Nene have said Arsenal is going to defeat Chelsea by 2-1, and let's see what's going to happen because I'm sitting on the fence. I don't even know what to expect now. But that doesn't mean that we're not going to love this badge.
Yeah.
Still and die. I love this badge, and I'm going to love this club till death. Amen.
It's really frustrating to be an Arsenal fan, honestly, but I love this club. I can't love Arsenal, so we keep fighting and see what the Champions League goes for us, because the Premier League is out.
Yes, the Premier League is out, but one thing is not out. We keep on asking you to go to this channel, subscribe, share, and like every post, because we are building a community together. It is because of you that we are growing to the point that we are. Until then, it is come on, you Gunners.